Hi there, boys and girls. Welcome to another story time with Mr. Riddle. Today is Earth Day, and we're going to read the story Backyard Sunflower. The story and pictures are by Elizabeth King. Let's get started. Under the hot August sky, a giant sunflower stands. It is taller than anything growing around it. Bright yellow petals encircle the sunflower's round head, making it look like the shining sun above. The flower is growing in the backyard garden. It is Samantha's flower. And there she is with her sunflower. She planted a row of sunflower seeds in the spring. Carefully, Samantha made a furrow for the seeds in the garden plot. She measured the distance between each seed with her sneaker. The sunflowers need lots of room because they grow to be very large plants. See her digging out a little furrow, a little groove in the ground to plant her seeds. And there she's measuring the distance between her shoe. When the planting was done, Samantha could rest. Then the waiting began. It is hard to wait. Every day, Samantha inspected her garden. She watered it and looked for a bit of green above the soil. A week after planting, a seedling pushed its way through the earth, covering the seeds. Sometimes the striped shell of the seed clings to the seedling after it sprouts, but it soon falls off. See the little seedlings pushing up, and she's been watering every day. Plants need soil, air, sunlight, and water. Samantha takes good care of her garden. She visits it every day. In just 2 weeks, the seedling looks like an emerald ring for her finger, just the right size. Be careful when looking at the seedlings. You don't want to break off any leaves or break the stem. Sunflowers grow one deep taproot into the ground. The taproot is the main root of the plant. It is long and shaped like a tube. It takes the food and the water the plant needs from the soil. The food and water are drawn up through the stalk to reach the leaves, and later, the flower on top. The stalk is like a giant straw. That's the stem, the stalk. It's like a straw moving water and food wherever it needs. Above ground, the sunflower sprouts sets of dark green leaves, one above the other. The leaves at the bottom are large. Those at the top of the plant will be smaller. That way the sun can shine on all of the leaves. That's where the plants make their food, from the leaves. The roots grow down into the earth to drink up the water that rains down, just like today here in Pond Creek. But the leaves take the light from the sun and make the food. With water and sunlight, the plants grow fast. In just a month, they are over 2 feet tall. Samantha and her mother examined the big, soft leaves. The veins in the leaves look like the veins in Samantha's hand. The plant uses sunlight to make its food, and the food for the plant is made in the leaves. The veins in the leaves and the stem carry the food to the rest of the plant. The veins are like little roads where the food is going to go to a different part of the plant where it's needed for energy to grow. And remember the stem, the stalk, it goes back and forth to where it needs the food or water. Day after day, the sunflowers stretch skyward. Each morning, the sunflowers face east toward the rising sun. By the evening, the leaves have turned west to face the setting sun. Scientists believe that the growing sunflower plant follows the sun as it crosses the sky so the leaves can get as much light as possible. The plants have large leaves that make a shady place to hide. See the leaves up in the sky getting as much sunlight. And there's Samantha and her friend hiding under the leaves. After about 6 weeks, small tight buds appear in the middle of the plants. The flowers begin with these little buds. Pointed green leaves called bracts surround the buds, protecting them. As the plant grows taller, the stalk grows thicker. The stalk needs to be strong to support the sunflower's large head when it is full of seeds. You see where the flower is getting ready to grow? Several more weeks pass. Now the plants are taller than a grown person. The buds of the flowers have grown too. Again, that's where the flowers started. They're getting bigger. The bracts protect the flower until it's ready to open. It's a little bud that will grow and open. 8 weeks have passed since Samantha planted her seeds. Now the buds begin to open. Bright yellow petals show through the green bracts. These petals are called ray petals. Over the next few days, the ray petals slowly unfold around the sunflower head like a golden crown. Now is a great time to be planting some seeds to grow flowers, maybe even plant a tree. The bright color attracts bees and other insects to the flower. The insects land on the sunflower's head, which is made up of hundreds of small flowers called florets. That's a whole bunch of little tiny flowers inside one large flower. These are all little florets, which will turn into seeds. At the base of each floret is a seed kernel. The sunflower has hundreds of them on its head, one for each floret. The picture above, at the right, shows some small seed kernels, each attached to a floret. Let me show you. See the little floret with the seeds? It will be down inside the sunflower. As they brush against the florets, insects sometimes leave pollen from other florets they visited. Once a floret has been touched with pollen, its seed kernel will begin to grow. The seed kernel is in the inside of the seed, and the hull is on the outside, the part of the seed that you crack with your teeth when you eat sunflower seeds. You don't eat the shell, you don't eat the hull, you crack that part and get what's on the inside of the seed. Dazzling in full bloom, as bright as the sun, the plants are full grown. They no longer follow the sun, but stand tall facing the east. Samantha's sunflowers are a type of sunflower grown for food. People and birds love to eat this plant's seeds, which are rich in protein and iron. Sunflowers grown for food are called confectionery sunflowers. Samantha invites her friends over to see her sunflowers. The plants are so tall the children have to use ladders to reach the heads of the sunflower, where the seeds are growing. So tall they have to use ladders if you look closely. Sunflowers grow as tall as a person, or taller. The sunflowers begin to dry down in the hot sun. The heat makes the water inside the plant evaporate. The ray petals wither, and the weakened stalks bend under the weight of the head, heavy with drying seeds. As it gets hot in the summertime, it dries up and starts to droop. See it drooping down? The florets dry up and blow away. Underneath them is nature's perfect design in rows of black and white that can be seen. See each of the seeds on a sunflower head? It's a lot of seeds. Samantha planted a small patch of sunflowers, but farmers in the Midwest grow fields of the plants on big farms. The farmers grow crops of confectionery sunflowers and another kind called oilseed sunflowers. The oilseed sunflowers have small black seeds, and when the oilseed sunflower seeds are harvested, they are taken to a large processing plant, where they are pressed for sun oil. The sun oil is used in salad dressing, margarine, and other foods, and it can even be added to diesel fuel. So farmers can plant a whole bunch of sunflowers to process for food or to be used in other things that we need. One special sunflower smiles in the farmer's field. The children made a smiling face by brushing away some of the dry florets with their fingers to make a design. See how they scratched and brushed away some of the little florets? A smiling face. In Samantha's sunflower patch, it is time to harvest the seeds. She and her friends remove them from the sunflower heads. The children will roast and eat them for snacks in a couple months. The rest, they will save. They will clean and cook and eat some. And the others they'll save to plant next year in next year's backyard garden. The end. I hope you enjoyed the story, Backyard Sunflower. Remember, today is Earth Day, and there are things that you can do to take care of our planet Earth. You can pick up trash outside. You can plant flowers and trees. Now would be a great time to do that in the springtime, where we get a little bit of rain and it's kind of cool before it gets too hot in the summertime. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.